Betty, bring me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone! I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Let me explain something to you. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
No one is to stone anyone until I blow this whistle.
You can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Zedos Game Podcast. We're on number 33, and it happens to be Halloween as well. Joining me is Sacha Allari. Hello, Sach. How you doing?
Hey.
Next to me is Guy, The Point.
Hello, everyone.
And Amir is joining us, and will be airing his views. No, I've got to announce you properly first. Yeah, Amir's joining us, and he's going to be saying more this week.
I will be, definitely.
Good stuff.
Nice to be here, Joe.
And our corrections agent is Colin, but he'll be a silent protagonist in this.
What's a corrections agent?
Say what?
You said correction agent is Colin.
So basically, if we're wrong about something, he'll tell us.
Oh, okay, cool. Coming
so.
on you, Colin. Go team.
Stop trying to get him to talk. Okay, we'll dive straight into the trailers that open this week. And, so Man Down. What did you guys think about this trailer, Man Down, with Shia LaBeouf? Give me some. You can't go all silent now.
I mean, straight off from the bat, it looks like an intense movie. It's got all that. It's got the two buddies who went through turmoil together, who went through all of the stuff that they love doing and all of that, and Shia LaBeouf is in it. Shia LaBeouf.
Man is a fucking genius. He can't do no wrong.
Well, I'm gonna put my insight into this. I'm starting to hate the trailers that don't give you that much context, because I don't know. I can make my assumption about what's going on here, but the film could be completely different.
What do you think's going on?
Well, he's obviously got some he's suffering some PTSD from whatever it is. It's Afghanistan or
stress, by the way. People who don't know what PTSD is.
So it looks like he's going through that, and
I'm gonna have to stick my neck out and say that because it's called Man Down. I think it's about him losing his squad mate. And
possibly, I don't know.
In the most basic form, if to describe it. It's got the trailer's full of action, and I
actually think they're showing us most of the action in the trailer. I think the film is probably about.
How do you?
I don't think so as well.
How can you tell that they show most of the action in the trailer? It's clearly a film about war.
The film is more about him coming back, the whole post-traumatic stress, not being able to get work.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna deal more with that than actually them fighting. I think.
Again, possibly the way the trailer's been cut together, I can't.
Because it looks like
I can't tell you. This could be the first 10 minutes of the film, and they've just put that into the trailer.
Oh, I just mean from the feel of the trailer, I just think it's.
If I can interject, I don't think so much it's about how he deals with integrating back into society as much as spending I don't know how many years with your squad mate who literally becomes the person you see every day, becomes like your wife, if you like, or something. It's like in a way it's like your soulmate, but on a friend scale, in a friend genre, and you spend all this time with somebody, you get to know him, his family, you know his family inside out, they know you, and then if you lose that person in a split instant, the stress that you go through, then trying to deal with the rest, the every day you wake up, you imagine them and stuff like that. I think that's what it's about. I think it's an important topic to cover, really. I think a lot of people probably go through that who serve.
Sach, what did you think about this trailer? And who's this directed by the way?
Yeah, I didn't mind the trailer. I thought it was okay. Made me want to see it. Looked a bit intriguing. Directors I can't pronounce his name correctly. Montiel, can you pronounce that?
Dito Montiel.
Dito Montiel, okay. He did the Tatum Tatum film Fighting. He did Boulevard. He did Empire State with Dwayne Johnson, and yeah, you know, he's got a bit of a solid filmography there. Trailer itself, like I said, looks a bit intriguing. Like you said, don't quite really know what this fucking movie's about. It looks like he's going for counselling or something. And there seems to be a mystery about what went on in like a room somewhere when they were, you know, doing their thing. But like, yeah, I mean, like, you know what? It has a lot of balls by putting that, saying he's given the best fucking performance, and you haven't seen anything like that since Brando. So I actually, you know what? I'm sold in seeing this movie to see what Shia LaBeouf brings to the table for this role, because you know what? He's actually grown as an actor a lot lately in a lot of films. I think first time I saw him, like, other than the Transformers kid going, what the fuck, Optimus, you know what I mean, was Fury, and Fury was a bad boy movie, and he fucking owned that.
Is that the Moonshine one?
No, that's the one where it's the guys in the tank. It's a World War II movie. They're all in a tank. Brad Pitt, him, Percy Jackson. Yeah. It was really good. That movie was really good. He managed to fucking go toe to toe with Brad Pitt and not look like a dickhead. He was fucking wicked, man.
He was always great, man. Holmes was one of his best films.
Oh yeah, I've not seen that one. I've not seen that. Whenever I think of him, I just think
it's a Disney film.
Whenever I think of him, I just think Even Stevens and fucking Transformers. You know what I mean? But he's really branched out with the roles that he's taken since he stopped working with giant robots. But that's my 2 cents on this trailer.
Wall Street, in the new Wall Street, he was really good in that as well.
He was alright in that, but I didn't like that movie. You know, it was like Oliver Stone like replaying one of his old records. You know what I mean? Like Wall Street was so good because of Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas chemistry, and even though they had it and they were talking about a completely different topic, I just didn't gel with that. Money Never Sleeps.
Yeah, it was the same formula. They just reused the same formula.
Shia LaBeouf was good in it.
Yeah, he was good in it. But anyway, moving on now. What's the next trailer, Joe?
Right. Okay. So the next trailer
also, it's good that they not using like Vietnam music again.
Yeah.
It was good that they.
Nocturnal Animals is the next trailer.
Nocturnal Animals.
And again, I'll start off. Just like the first trailer, there's no context into what this film is. There's a bit of dialogue, and all you get to go in is that something bad happened at some point, and either something happened. It looks like as you said, some kind of thriller. I couldn't tell you what kind of thriller this is. Again,
where are the nocturnal animals, man? I'm expecting rabbits and tigers and shit.
It looks good. I think this trailer looks.
It does look good. The trailer does its job, but I'm not aware of what the film's about. And
I don't know. It just looks like two people got with their dream crushes and they formed like a dysfunctional relationship. She's obviously pissed at him for something, and he's obviously very pissed at him because I'm seeing guns and shit somewhere in this trailer, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck's going down? You know what I mean?
It look like from the trailer, it looks like they're childhood sweethearts or something, and then they somehow they bump into each other, rekindle the romance, and then it goes sour, and then
the fact that we're trying to guess about what the story is shows you that the trailer hasn't done its job in giving you the explanation of what the film is.
I disagree. I think
on
the
one hand,
done
it
good.
makes you want to see what's going
on. I'm not denying that the trailer looks good. I'm just saying that in terms of the trailer giving you a synopsis of what the story is, it's failed. Because this could be about anything.
Not all trailers.
It's about a love story that turns sour.
How do you know that? Because it's giving you no indication that it is.
Jake Gyllenhaal says to her, "You were my childhood crush," and she says, "You were my childhood crush."
No.
Too. And then there's some sines where they're like in bed, and then all of that gun stuff happens. So
I think she was fucked. I think she.
See,
Nicole Kidman. I think her
she
character
does say
looks like deep, and I think she was arranging. She did the whole thing to get her husband killed because it looks like both of them were married because they're all both wearing wedding rings.
No,
you don't know if he's alive or dead.
She said
no, I'm just thinking that.
She says in the trailer, I ended our relationship really brutally. So obviously he was really in love with her, and she says, you know,
When
you're
did she say
you're not good enough for
She
me,
did
you're
say
not
that,
earning
yeah.
enough or whatever. And
I just think there's something there where she seems to be trying to play Jake Gyllenhaal to do something she wants. That's what I got from the trailer.
I didn't get anything from it.
Like,
All I
the
got
whole-
was
I
a
think
series
this
of
is quite
shots that looked
mysterious.
really
we
nice.
see her get kidnapped in the middle of the night, right, on the side of the road, and then he's talking to that other character. What's that guy's name?
Jake Gyllenhaal,
No, the tall actor.
General Zod.
Yeah,
That's
but
Was General Zod in there?
yeah, he's the
Oh, okay.
sheriff.
Yeah. Okay.
so I think she was trying to play.
What is his actual name?
That's what I meant. Like I have no idea.
The General.
Crap, I forgot his name.
Me too. What a good actor.
But yeah,
Yeah, he's good. He was
given
in,
given that you all have got something out of this trailer,
different.
that is, yeah, you've all got different opinions about it. It just shows me that the trailer hasn't done its job.
Well, I thought, you know what? I thought it was a good trailer. I'm actually intrigued. You may think that, but I actually really want to see this movie.
I agree with Sacha.
I think it's very intriguing. Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm sold to a Jake Gyllenhaal movie
Soon
anyway
as I
because
see
the guy's excellent in everything he does. Although he wasn't quite Persian in Prince of Persia, but anyway. Aside from that movie aside,
Yeah, he was shit.
I missed that one.
No, that
He had
wasn't
the
his
weirdest
fault. No,
fucking
That
that's
wasn't.
it.
That was.
That's
it
not
wasn't
his
that
fault.
Disney
That's
movie?
not-
Why
That was a
did he
Disney movie.
Yeah, that's
go with
Dis-
that
that's
accent?
Disney's fault.
He
But
has
anyway,
such a weird accent.
forget that.
That's a whole bunch of
yeah.
babble there that does make no sense.
Forget about that. But I mean, like Tom Ford, he's doing this movie. He's coming straight off his Oscar nomination with The Single Man. So this is his second film as a director. Automatically, this trailer has me gripped. Like I said before, Jake Gyllenhaal could do no more. Amy Adams, yeah, she's on a comeback because Bats and Superman's was dog shit. I'm in.
Nicole
Right.
Kidman.
Right?
Is Nicole Kidman in this?
No, she's
Wasn't
not.
it?
No, that's
No?
Amy Adams, bro.
No, it's Amy Adams.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Don't listen to him in his
Good try.
no, actors,
Good likeness.
actors, 'cause he
Both
doesn't
have
say
red
it.
hair.
Besides,
Good
besides
likeness.
General Zod, there was the other guy as well. What's his name? In the trailer, if you watch it, there was also somebody like really famous.
So Gee's obviously noticed a lot of faces.
I
James
told you the
Bond.
cast.
That
Like
should-
her.
that should-
What's
that
her
should make
name?
him
What's her
watch it.
name? As well?
Old woman.
Oh, wasn't she in
No,
King Kong?
uh,
Wasn't she in King Kong?
No, she's
No,
not
Naomi
King Kong.
Watts.
Is that not Naomi
No,
Watts?
that's not Naomi Watts.
I just thought it was Naomi Watts with lots of makeup or something.
No, it's not Naomi Watts.
That's Amy Adams.
No, he's not talking about
Her,
her.
this
He's
one.
talking about her.
That is not
Naomi
Naomi Watts.
Watts.
She's
Yeah, my
aged badly.
No. I thought it was
That
No,
is-
no,
like
you
the
can see
costume or
this
something.
makeup though. This makeup.
Yeah,
She's
I
not,
saw that.
whoever's
It's not
playing
her, dude.
Who is her though?
That was the actress that. Have you seen the TV series called The Big C? No, you probably didn't.
No.
It's that actress. But
I like the guy's hairdo.
you
Okay.
guys have got
Yeah,
technology
she
in
looked
front of you.
good.
You tell
Okay,
me.
so moving along. Our first
But
topic
I think
of
this
today.
trailer was awesome though that it made everyone intrigued about the film, but everyone got something different from it as well.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
think that's a good
Yeah.
trailer, man.
Right, okay, those were the trailers, and these are the main news topics. Well, that we're going to talk about anyway. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Okay, apparently, this is what Collider's saying. The second film didn't perform that well, as much as the studio would like it to, and so it looks like the third one may be up in the air. Andrew Form is saying that he doesn't know why it didn't perform because they did everything by the book. To what they turned that film around in quite a short time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it like 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
And I mean,
Second one.
it had all the. I've not seen any one of the films, but I to be honest, you're the only have you seen?
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
I haven't seen either one of them. So have you guys seen
I've
any
seen
of
the
the
first
Turtles?
Turtles, yeah.
I
I
saw-
haven't seen Out of the Shadows, wasn't it the first one?
No, that's the second one.
Okay, that's the one I haven't seen. I
Oh,
saw the
okay,
first
okay.
one, I thought it was wicked. There was a few Turtles movies before, there was the 80s ones and whatever. I thought this was a wicked implementation of
90s Turtles
CGI. I
shit,
think
though.
CGI now is in its prime, you know.
Mhm.
Should be able to get anything done, and I think they knocked that one on the head. There was a couple of points that Sash mentioned, which I'm not going to take from him, but I think they could have spread it out a bit better.
What was
I
it?
just did take it. What were the points that you mentioned earlier?
Oh no, I was just,
They dropped characters too quickly.
yeah, that
The
too. I mean, I know. I fucking loathe these movies. I hate both of them. I just
actually like them.
I really hated them. I'm sorry. I used to grow up reading the original comics and stuff. My favourite Turtles movie is that first original movie back in the day when we were growing up.
Before they went to Japan, the Japan one was so bad.
that was rubbish. The second one was bad, but I give it the concession because Ice Baby showing up in the middle was jokes.
When did we get Casey Jones? It was in the second one, right?
No, it was the first one. It was the first one. But this one, you know what I mean? They tried to, you know what? That first one to me was dog shit.
Was Casey Jones in the first reboot film?
No, he's in the second one. He's in the second one. This one just seemed like they looked at what was bad with the first one, what the fans didn't like, and then they crammed in way too much stuff. Because you know what? They could have just made... They didn't need Casey Jones in this one. They didn't even need Krang. Krang just shows up like a last minute afterthought, you know what I mean, kind of thing. Let's put it in there.
I don't like that when it's
and then you know what I mean. All they had to do was just go Shredder's back, and he's got Rocksteady and Bebop to fuck shit up. That's all they needed to do. But then they put him back to Stockman in there. They put in fucking Krang. They put in Casey Jones. It was just too much going on. It was all over the gap.
Who was Baxter?
Huh?
Who was Baxter Stockman?
They got some black comedian. I don't know the name.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
There we go. Tyler Perry was Baxter Stockman. He's actually the closest looking Baxter Stockman that I've ever seen. Was Baxter Stockman in the old films? I don't think he was. He was.
I haven't seen the first film.
Okay, but it was terrible, man.
I think the Kerrang bit though, it was to introduce the character for the next film.
Yeah,
I think that's what I mean. Kind of shows
they should have just spread out the villains. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more, have a bit more. You know, I mean, like you know what? The good thing about this second movie was that there was more turtle screen time. You know what I mean? That's what I hate about the first one. The first one, it was all about April O'Neil. The turtles were in there marginally, and it was like I come to see these guys, not this fucking man. You know what I mean? Like,
if you remember though, like even in the early '90s films.
Yeah.
Because they're meant to be ninjas, right? I think that's why.
Well, that's the other thing. That. There was no ninja shit. There was no ninja shit in this. This was like big green dudes punching people, but you had no ninja moves.
It's the whole Fast and Furious thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're just making it more and more outlandish.
And Shredder's a ninja as well. There was no ninja fighting.
I think they got I think they got the ninja concept down in the first one where they were trying to fight crime.
In the shadows.
Yeah, so and then they'd high five and April O'Neil caught them.
That's not like
stuff like that.
These ones.
They're riding the pieces of that machine thing over the city, which is a bit it just flew off the rails.
It's like you know what? Yeah, I agree with you. The CGI does look very good in these films in places.
Their skin is awesome.
But you know what though? They're doing typical CGI stuff. What I thought they were going to do was mocap the turtles and get actual fucking people that can do martial arts and do all this crazy the raid shit. You know what I mean? In there, that's the Ninja Turtles that I would like to see. You know what I mean? Like some proper fighting and stuff. Fair enough, it's a 12A, but there's a lot you can get away with and do if you cut it right and stuff. And I just don't think we got the ninja in these Ninja Turtles, man. They were just fucking lame, man. And fair enough, the kids enjoyed them and they liked it and stuff, but obviously there was some sort of bad taste with I think audiences were divided when they saw the first movie.
The thing is
that they didn't come back again for the second movie.
They weren't
you know
doing
what I mean?
these for member berries.
You've been watching South Park.
No, that's just biggest meme out there.
Member berries, yeah.
I know it's from South Park, but the meme. I haven't watched the new season of South Park.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, they weren't rebooting this for like the nostalgia.
Oh yeah, of course not. It was for the new generation.
Yeah,
of
they were
kids
just
and
trying
stuff.
to like sell turtle shit to the new gen.
Of course.
So
I think back when Turtles first came out as a cartoon in the 80s when we were watching it.
Yeah.
It was, I think 80s cartoons in general were a lot more action packed. They had a higher body count. You were getting away with a lot more kind of violence and stuff. And then they've gradually toned it down until now. Yeah, they've watered it down. And I think it's the same for what they've done with the movie, which is absolutely right as far as what Sacha's saying. If they kept it with the 80s formula, kept it a bit more... If they made it a bit darker, like the original 80s movies was a bit darker. It had a darker tone. If they did that, I think it would
when you think about it, like even Batman,
a lot better.
Like, the first Batman film was so much darker than the new Batman films.
No, they weren't.
You don't think so?
No, it
was more
watch Tim Burton's Batman and watch Batman Begins, and you tell me which one's darker than the other.
Tim Burton's
No, you're wrong.
No, I
I
think
think this new one was just super.
No, you're.
He's just making the voice
No,
of
you're
like
wrong.
elbowing people. I think
No.
it was,
Just.
he wanted to make the
there was
comic
a
book
lot,
come
it
to
was a lot more
life, so he couldn't
psychological
have.
before.
It wasn't.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's.
But I agree though. I think the 90s turtle movies was the best one. In the suits, the first and the second one.
I've not seen the new one, so I can't really make a comparison.
They were good though. I liked them, but I watched them.
I've got no interest in watching them.
What's this?
The new Turtles film.
Oh yeah.
The new Turtles, they're good, but I watched them not kind of. Oh, this is the turtle movies. I just watched them as oh, this is a new thing out, and it was okay.
Well, okay. Well, we've drained that creature dry. So let's.
I can't believe that was in the cocaine.
No, that's not in the
I was
cocaine.
so glad,
Get
man.
over it.
I was like,
So
Get over it, man.
from one reboot to another.
Yeah, so going on to the next topic, that's Rambo. They're rebooting Rambo. Their plans to retell the. Have you ever seen First Blood?
Yes.
Okay, so
I love that facial reaction. You know what? Yeah, I got a lot to say on this, but let's go around the round table first.
Hold on. So they're rebooting this, and the film will be called New Blood. Hence, they're playing with the
so
name.
what? Is he doing a cameo in like a Twilight film?
Twilight.
Yeah, you know those vampire Twilight films. Was it?
I never watched them.
New Blood or New Twilight or Twilight something. It sounds like that. So.
Well, no, because the first film was called Rambo: First Blood. So this one's going to be called...
I get you, but it just sounds like a Twilight film now.
Well, no, the Twilight films sound like Rambo.
They're probably going to get, what's his name?
I'm sorry, what's the comparison between vampires, werewolves?
I don't know, he brought it up.
A vet that
It's
comes
a really
back from,
camp name.
He brought it up,
New
I don't know,
Blood.
you tell me, man.
Just because there's blood in the title.
No, but it's like New Blood, you know, it just sounds...
Well, they're rebooting, yeah, so they're rebooting.
Anyways, I'm sorry, Jose, say, what is it that we need to talk about?
Okay, we're talking about...
The new camp Rambo film.
We're talking about the reboot of this franchise that was made famous by Sylvester Stallone called Rambo.
They're going to camp it up.
Who knows? Putting this out to
They
the
called it
market.
New
How do you feel about them rebooting the whole Rambo series? Have you seen all of the films?
Yes.
Did you see the last one about 5 or 6 years ago? I think it's longer than that now.
10 years ago.
It wasn't 2006.
Yes,
No.
it was.
2006.
2006.
I might have seen it, but I'll be honest,
4?
if I saw it, I can't even remember it.
Yeah, you did.
I just remember the originals.
Okay. So you saw up to 3 then?
Was it 3? Yeah.
Actually, no, 8. 8 years. 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, 2008.
Well, I think
if you saw the last one,
First Blood was the best one.
you need to watch the last one, then come back to me and tell me which.
Yeah, so
I agree with you that First Blood is the best, but that last one that
the
was just
Afghanistan
made.
one wasn't too bad either. I think that was the third one, right?
Sorry.
Yeah,
The
that's the third
Afghanistan
one.
one is the first one. That
First
one was,
Blood Part 2.
No. That's Rambo
one he goes
3.
to Afghanistan. I think
Rambo
it's the third
3.
film.
Yeah, Rambo 3, they go to
Yeah,
Afghanistan.
that was okay as
Rambo
well.
2's the one where he goes back to Vietnam.
First Blood Part 2.
Yeah, First Blood Part 2
Okay.
is where he goes back to Vietnam.
My favorite is still the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, first one.
I haven't seen the 2 in between, but I like the first one and the last one, the one in 2008. That one's brutal.
You should check the other 2. They are fun. Plus, the second one's written by James Cameron.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, more inclined to watch it now.
Yeah, check it out. It's a really good film. And plus, if you watch that, you'll see a lot of stuff Hideo Kojima borrowed a lot from that movie, man. If you're a Metal Gear fan.
From Vietnam one, yeah?
From all of Rambo, man.
I
Especially
think
Metal Gear 3, man. There's loads borrowed from first.
Yeah, I can
Rambo
imagine.
Game, but seriously, check all of those Rambo
I think
films.
Rambo set
Yeah.
has set like a massive kind of it's got a massive presence now in movies today. Like when you think of like top hard people, Rambo's got to come up. Like they've got Jason Bourne now and whatever, but we had Rambo and he's like unstoppable.
It's a different world.
It's a different kind of action hero compared to what we have now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in the 80s, the beefcake superhero
Yeah,
was kind of the thing there.
Rambo was
Now,
still really
now they've
slick,
kind of
though.
gone more. What does a GI?
Toys.
What does a GI? Because I think filmmaking now, when it comes to action movies, they're trying to make it more gritty, more realistic. Because that's kind of like
Yeah,
you
but
said,
it's not really coming across as realistic.
yeah,
to
yeah.
me.
But I mean, you know, like take Jason Bourne for example. They gone for a slender kind of dude and stuff. You know what I mean? You know what?
Someone who can blend into the background easily.
Yeah. I mean, like
Because Jason Bourne looks like a regular
yeah.
guy.
I mean, like to be honest though, I'm just going to say what everyone's thinking. Fuck this reboot, man.
It's already been done.
For me, okay, here's the thing. The only way they could remake it is if it's not a product of the Vietnam War and they make it more contemporary.
Well, he'll be like 80 years old.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. But then, what's stopping them from doing a period piece?
Are they
in which case... No, they're not. It's reboot. It's going to be a different actor. It's not going to be Sylvester Stallone.
I mean, if they're going to walk us through the whole movie...
One at a time, guys.
If it's going to be like the first movie all over again, it's going to wear dry really thin. It's going to wear thin very quickly.
No, for us it will, because we're the older generation. That's going to be for the 18 upwards.
Because he's running up the mountain, but now he'll have GPS on his phone. So he doesn't know it's a clip.
That's got nothing to do with what the film's about. The film's about someone coming back that has PTSD who can't handle coming back to the...
Not just someone.
To civilization.
Not just someone. Red Beret.
Rambo.
There you go.
Red Beret. He was like the elite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to...
You mean Green Beret?
Sorry,
yeah.
Green Beret. And he's trying to deal with it.
Red Beret because he's Rambo and he wears the little red thing.
But
let's go to Red Beret.
It's Rambo, you know? And he's trying to deal with it. He served this country. He did so well. And he comes back and then he goes to this town and he gets treated like dirt. And then the following
movie... They just called the movie Man Just Wants a Big Mac. He just wanted food, man. He just wanted his Big Mac and roll on, but that sheriff had...
He just wanted to get his burger and roll up to the town, and the sheriff's like, I don't like...
He's like, you can't have no Big Mac.
You know what,
Ronald McDonald does not like you.
I can't remember what the actor's called, but he was on point on that first film. He was such...
But then the second and the third movie...
You loved hating him. You're just like, fuck this
Who are we talking about?
Rambo, First Blood, man.
Yeah, you said what actor?
Yeah, the sheriff, the guy who plays the sheriff.
Oh, the guy in Cocoon.
He's not the bad guy.
Yeah, it's the guy in Cocoon.
He's the one that we think.
I mean, the first one sets the premise
that
really
the sheriff?
good.
Yeah, he was in Cocoon and he was in FX.
First Blood sets the premise really good.
Brian Dennehy. Brian Dennehy.
Dennehy, yeah.
Yeah, he played Tessel.
He was really good in that film, though.
Yeah.
I thought that sheriff was.
Yeah,
like, I hate him.
He played it well.
I love that. I love those moments in the police police.
Well, if you think about it, his first day,
police station, and they're treating him like dirt, and it's like this guy's a veteran, man. But he doesn't say nothing about it. He's very humble about it, you know. He doesn't
your worst
brag or
nightmare.
anything. Wow.
I'm your worst nightmare.
Is that what he says?
I think he says that in... Does he say that
well,
in
he is really, and they treated him like that.
But I think it was also...
And then you see what he...
really slick,
but then you see the better side of Rambo in 2 and 3 when he's in service, when he's really, trying
He just wants to be left alone, but he goes to help anyways.
That's why you need to watch. You need to watch the last one that came out, the one that Stallone did. No, you just watch it.
That's why everyone was a bit iffy when they came back to the saga, because it was a saga really. And then they came back with the fourth one, and everyone was a bit like, "Is this a good idea?"
Watch it, it's good.
And they nailed it, and it was like really gritty.
Is that good?
Yeah, it was.
Have
really
you not
gritty.
seen it? Oh my
No,
god,
I think
that film is brutal, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Is it the one?
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Is there none before that? And
yeah, between the Afghanistan one
and this one,
that one, there was none
nothing
before that.
But he nailed that,
He did.
man. I think Sly must have had
as
a
well.
lot of input into that.
He did.
Yeah,
he wrote
did.
and directed it.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was like. That's how contemporary it could get. I don't think they could do anything else.
I know right after that one, the studio were very hungry for more with Stallone, and Stallone even wrote a Rambo 5, but the route he was going with it, he leaked it out to the fans to go, look, this is what I'm thinking, and a lot of the fans didn't like that idea he was going with because he wanted to set it in the Arctic for a different kind of setting, and it was supposed to be him hunting some kind of beast kind of thing.
Sounds like The Thing.
Yeah,
with
it basically sounded. Yeah, it sounded like Predator basically.
Okay.
And people were like, we don't know about that because Rambo fighting fucking beasts and shit. Nah, fuck that. And then Sylvester Stallone was
but
cool.
he's already the strongest
Yeah.
thing on the planet.
You've got to give him
next level.
But
either way,
Sly listened to the fans and he was like, no, that's cool. I'm not gonna have him fight a wildebeest or whatever the fuck he was gonna fight. And just like, he did a couple of things and then he just kind of gave up because it's like, if I've got nothing and if you've got nothing to say, to bring to the table, there's no point in doing it. And plus he said,
I agree with that.
Plus he said, if you look at the ending for
Rambo
4, Rambo as it's called, it's basically he shows up outside his house.
Dude, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
He just said that.
Oh shit! Sorry, man.
It's the typical ending for any Rambo.
All I'm gonna say is, perfect ending to the saga if you're going to end it there. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's all
No
I'm gonna
spoilers
say.
on this show,
I'm
guys.
No,
You didn't do a
how's it
spoiler alert.
No, dude, how's it a spoiler alert? The movie's like almost 8 years old, motherfucker.
They could have killed him or something.
Okay, let's move on.
But anyway, point I'm trying to make is with Rambo.
They're gonna camp it up.
With Rambo, I'm not too sure about them rebooting this, man. It just
Like
goes
in
to show.
terms of reboot,
It just
they
goes to
couldn't
show.
do
It just goes to show nothing is sacred. Now.
No, everything,
nothing is
yeah.
sacred. Everything. You know, everything's on the table here. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay, cool.
I felt the same thing when we were talking about like they're doing a sequel to Blade Runner, and I'm like, they should have just left it.
Yeah.
Well.
No, I think that's something that could be done.
Different story for a different
but
time.
It would have to be a completely different story for a different time,
Introduce us to the
literally.
next topic.
Okay, next topic. Edge of Tomorrow 2. So, if you're not familiar with this is the film of Tom Cruise where he goes...
He edges all the time. He's always like edging.
Not the
he
premise
looks
at all.
like he has like a kind of face where he's like edging all the time, isn't it? He's just like,
Okay, so
he's like edging.
it's a sequel to the film Edge of Tomorrow, or as that's the film
So
was
he
called,
only
Live, Die,
edges-
Repeat, or whatever.
He only edges
Live,
until
Die,
the
Repeat was the
following day.
tagline, Joe, no?
Tagline?
Is the tagline on the poster.
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat. That became the title of the film.
That's essentially what happens, yeah.
And so yeah, they're making a sequel to it, but it's a sequel that will also be a prequel as well. And Doug Liman says that this upcoming film will revolutionize the way that sequels in Hollywood are made.
It will prequel all coming sequels forevermore, sort of thing.
Well, I'm guessing he's because of the.
That is some next level.
Well, they've actually announced that this is a prequel stroke sequel. It's a prequel sequel.
Yeah.
So it's like that's
So
like a double
it's set,
whammy.
it's set before half of it's set before the original film, and the other half is set after.
I mean,
that sounds good.
It's gonna bite if you haven't seen the original movie, though.
Yeah, that's going to confuse people, man.
Well, no, well that's the whole point of it. I mean, if it's called, depending on what they call it, if it's called Edge of Tomorrow 2, it will be obviously a sequel to the first film. But if it's like Indiana Jones,
We'll call it Live,
They're
Die,
all
Repeat
separate
2.
movies.
Oh, no,
They're all separate movies in Indiana Jones.
No, but one's the second film's a prequel to the first film, and the third film is a sequel to the first film.
Okay.
So
they're both prequels to the first film.
Temple of Doom is a prequel to the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
And
Last Crusade.
Last
is set
Crusade is a
after.
sequel to the film I just mentioned.
So
I mean, there's no confusion about it. If it's called whatever it's called, you just accept what you're seeing on screen. You can't make any assumptions about what story they're going to tell you. It's
I
just
just
that
think it's good that he's doing sequel and prequel under the same film. I think that's
I
interesting.
mean, there's more films that have done that.
Really?
in history. Yeah, there's loads of films that have done that. I can't think of any now, but
yeah, I was trying to think. I don't.
There's been films that have done that have gone back.
Do you know what would be a cool sequel prequel to Memento?
Has it got anything to do with this film we're talking about?
Like we said it, the guy edges until the following day. Live, I repeat.
Let's just not repeat. Okay.
What did you like the first film?
Not really.
You didn't like the first film.
It was okay.
What?
No,
I thought it was just
if there's one thing you got to learn about him, he will not like the same films that we like.
Oh, okay. That's always good.
And what did you not like about it?
The action. I'm just trying to remember it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
The action was a bit like.
The action was a bit what?
I don't know. It just. I'm trying to remember it. I saw it once or twice only. And I thought the action felt a bit like fake, and the exosuits were a bit kind of like not as cool.
So you had a problem with the production design and the action design.
And
do you think you could do better?
Was alright, but I
do you
still
think no. The question now is, do you think you could do better?
No, I'm not experienced enough to be to produce a film of that like caliber. But like, I just think like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, well,
like,
that's
that subject better.
Well, no, it didn't. How did it touch that subject better?
Like, you know, when he's just repeating the same day over and over and over and over. I thought that was like much better.
And why was that better than this film?
Because, for example, you see, I can't remember on Edge of Tomorrow if it shows or not the like psychological toll it takes on the main character.
Mm-hmm.
I think they mentioned that a little bit where he's just kind of like killing himself because he just can't take it enough. But
he's trying to figure out if he can kill himself, and he can't kill himself no matter what he does. Yeah, it does take some strings from Groundhog Day.
I just think it was slightly done better on that.
You know this is based on the anime, right?
Edge of Tomorrow. No.
There's original anime called All You Need Is Kill, and that's what this film is based on. It's based on an anime where the guy keeps going back through the same loop, and so it's based on something. It's not they're not just doing that for the sake of doing that. It's based. There's a whole manga
behind it.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I just thought for some. Yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I really liked it. It was one of the best films. Was it last year or the year before? 2014, I think it was.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
or 13.
I thought it was a lot better than I was expecting. And as far as I'm concerned, when Tom Cruise usually decides to do something, the film is usually either good or really good. He hasn't done a mediocre film in a while. So
one of his best films is like Color of Money. That's good.
My favorite film of his is either one of the Mission Impossible films apart from 2, or Collateral. Collateral was he played against type.
He was really good in Collateral. You're right. Like he was so out of Tom Cruise character.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He played against type.
Jamie Foxx is good as well.
Yeah, everyone's good in that film.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is in Edge of Tomorrow?
No, Collateral.
Oh, we moved on.
Yeah.
No, we haven't moved on. We were just going
through
Tom Cruise films.
Can you just tell us more about edging?
What do you think about it, Sach? The news on this, that it will. One, he says he's going to revolutionise the way sequels are made. Doug Liman, that is, and he's gonna do a prequel/sequel.
Look, I like the movie. I like most of his films, bar Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But I mean, like, we'll have to see. I mean, like, those are bold words, but I think I believe it more if Tom Cruise had said that.
Why?
Because Tom Cruise is a force of fucking nature on any movie project.
Sure,
like you said.
No,
but I don't know. There's certain directors, when they say that, I believe them. When James Cameron says it, I fucking believe him. You know why? Each one of his movies redefined cinema. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form. If George Lucas had said that, I would have believed it to a degree, because George Lucas's films changed the way cinema is made to a degree. You know what I mean? Even the Star Wars films that weren't well received, they still changed cinema and revolutionized visual effects in such a way that it's now normal for CGI to be like where it is now. If Steven Spielberg had said that, we'd believe it. Doug Liman, the Swingers guy, fuck him. You know what I mean? Like,
why?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that as in like, you know, anything bad in a derogatory sense to him. He's just not shown me anything.
Saying fuck you to someone is derogatory.
He's not shown me anything to date to show me why he's the man where he's going to make that statement and have it be true. But if he does, my hat will be bowed down to him. I'll be like, way cool. I love the original film. I like Tom Cruise just as much as you do in most of the films that he chooses to do. Maybe not so much his current Jack Reacher. It was okay. It wasn't like, you know, it's kind of like average. I wouldn't say it was good or like amazing. But
as I said, his films are either good or really good.
Yeah. But no, I'm intrigued to see this because I like the first movie. And I think it was an underrated movie. I think more people should see Edge of Tomorrow, Live Dangerously, whatever the fuck it's called these days. I don't know. It's probably got a new title now just to like reboot this like sequel film.
I didn't know that the director was the same one as Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, Doug Liman.
Yeah.
He also did Jumper as well.
Yeah, he did Jumper.
Jumper wasn't so bad. I liked it.
Jumper was good.
He also did the first Bourne film.
Yeah,
there you go.
First one.
Okay, that was a really good movie. I think Edge of Tomorrow was awesome. I liked the concept. I thought the concept was something amazing, new, something different, and I think it was executed amazingly well. I really like it. I really like the chemistry between him and Emily Blunt. I thought that that was important. The visual effects were stunning. You know, just the whole story and everything really appealed to me. I'm really keen to see a number 2. I didn't think there'd be a number 2. I thought I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I imagined there wasn't going to be a number 2. But I'm keen to see what this is about.
I didn't think so either. I thought they said as much as they could in that first film, but they clearly see potential for something more. So
now I gotta go home and watch Edge of Tomorrow and Rambo. Man, I got work in the morning, man.
Say what?
I said you're killing me. I have work in the morning.
I'm killing
I gotta
you.
go home and watch like 3 films.
You don't have to watch these movies.
I have to now. You guys hyped it up so much. I have to go home and watch them.
Sorry, man. Okay, so we'll go into the next story. Okay, so Sherlock Holmes 3. Warner Brothers have assembled to a writer's room to produce this story, and the writers consist of the Rogue One writers and the Guardians of the Galaxy writers. So I don't know if any of you, well, no one's seen Rogue One yet. So, but you guys have seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Awesome.
Yeah, you liked it. Okay, fantastic. So
that was an awesome Marvel movie.
Have you seen any of the Sherlock Holmes films, the Robert Downey Jr. ones?
I saw
yes,
one of them.
Good.
It was on TV once.
I like that. I really like
those aren't the same ones. The ones with Benedict Cumberbatch are completely different.
No, I mean like with Iron Man.
Yeah,
oh, okay. So you have seen
it.
It
He was on TV, and he was like doing some rope thing on some bridge. He was like really active.
Oh yeah,
he was like a really active Sherlock Holmes.
Well, yeah,
that's
that's the first.
Yeah,
one,
because generally Sherlock Holmes is a detective. He's not so action based, but they made him an action character. I mean, in one of them, I don't know if it's 1 or 2. He's like he's in a fist fight. He's in a like.
It's the first one.
It's the first one. He's like in a proper, what do you call it? Like a paid, like everyone's put money on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that moment when he puts the concentration in and he says, "This is what's gonna happen next."
Yeah, yeah.
Those moments I thought were really cool, and they bring out the Sherlock Holmes kind of genre.
Yeah. I like that. That's kind of how Guy Ritchie shoots his films. He's very formulaic with the way the action is visualized. He's a good visual director. In that sense,
are they both Guy Ritchie films? 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 both.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
Is he still married to Madonna?
No. Long times.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I like both of the films. I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know why they need a writer's room for this, but they clearly think they do. But if Guy Ritchie's directing this next one after he's got everything off his slate that he's directing in the next few years, then yeah, I would love to see this film. But I think they should cap it at the third one. It's been a while now since between the second one and the third one, so I'm not sure how, because people are used to Benedict Cumberbatch being Sherlock Holmes now, and so I don't know how
audience will take it.
Yeah, just because it's just if they did this third one closer to when the second one was made, I think there would have been a neat trilogy of films, and Benedict Cumberbatch could have been the modern day Sherlock Holmes. But now there's been more on TV than there have been these films. I don't know. I don't know if people will come back to see. People accept Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man now, so I don't know. What do you think, Sach?
I think a couple of things. Okay, for starters, on your topic of look, the Sherlock TV show and the Sherlock Holmes films, they've been running around the same time since the very beginning. The difference is the TV show's been consistent and has been coming out more regularly than these movies have. I don't see a problem with there being, two sets of Sherlock Holmes, because I think our audience today know they're two very different. One's a take in the past, whereas the Benedict Cumberbatch one, I know they did like a one-off TV special where they did it in the past and stuff, but his one's primarily like a set in modern day take. So, the audience that go to see these films know already. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that have seen the films that haven't necessarily seen the TV show, and vice versa. And there's a lot of people I know that have never seen the show, ever, because they don't like the fact that it's modern day. They want to see Sherlock Holmes the more traditional way, kind of thing. Robert Downey Jr., yeah, he's Iron Man, but, you know, this is a good franchise for him because he gets to play a completely different character.
Which he does really well.
Which he does very, very well, because
Yeah.
he does a very good British accent, and he has done for years when he won the Oscar for Chaplin, which everyone seems to forget.
Oh, yeah, that's so long
ago. Now, you know, so, you know, they could keep making Sherlock Holmes, you know, from now till the cows come home. I mean, look, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, he wrote many of these books, which, yeah, fair enough, we're getting the TV adaptations of them. But Guy Ritchie has done a very, very different job with these movies, and a very good take, I might add, because he's made it more of an action-adventure kind of film, and, you know what I mean, it's got its own flavour to what...
it's got a Guy Ritchie flavour,
exactly,
very Guy Ritchie.
Exactly. And you know what? Like, I don't think they should cap it on the head. I think they should do more. And I think they should do more when Robert Downey Jr. wants to do more, because you don't want him to get tired of playing the same role that he doesn't want to return. You want to welcome him back, him and Jude Law back, to keep doing these things. And also, you know, give him something different than Iron Man every 5 minutes, because I'm pretty sure he wants to be in more roles. He must be now, man. He must be getting confused which one we're doing and stuff. You know, because he's an actor, he wants to branch out, and I think this role is a perfect 360 degrees from what Tony Stark is.
Wouldn't he be exactly in the same place if he rotates 360 degrees?
Say again?
Yeah, 180.
Well, you know what I was trying to say. You know what I was trying to say, but no, he's got a point. I effed up there.
Depends how you turn it around.
Anyway.
I don't even hear what you
But
said.
the points he made were really good, that the Guy Ritchie puts a really good spin on it. Because if Sherlock Holmes is supposed to be a force to be reckoned with for detectives, he's got to be better than the police. And the police are action-packed, so he combines both action-adventure, you know, crime fighting.
The other point I'm going to make is writer's room, hey? Why do we need a writer's room for one movie?
I don't know.
If they'd announced that, look, we want to do loads of sequels and we've got this writer's room ready for X, Y, Z amount of sequels, I'd be like, oh, okay, they're pulling their finger out, they're doing something. But for what? How many writers we got in this thing? Okay, so we got Nicole Perman that did Guardians of the Galaxy. We got Gary Whitta that did Rogue One. We got Justin Malin that's the writer of the Baywatch movie, which is an R-rated comedy, which has me very intrigued because as a completely 360 to the other two writers. Then you've got the person that's doing the new Tomb Raider, and you've got Karen Fitzgerald that wrote Snowden. These are very different movies, you know what I mean? So, you know, and why does a movie need like 6, 7, 8, 9 writers? You know what I mean? All you got to do, look, just get a fucking novel that Arthur Conan Doyle wrote, get one geezer, write the screenplay. I mean, how hard is that?
Yeah, well, the thing is, going with that as well, I mean, they tried to do that with the Transformers films.
Yeah,
or this new Transformers film.
No, but they're doing many films. They're not doing. It's not for one film with the They said in their statement, we are doing loads of Transformers films. We're doing spin-off films because there's the Bumblebee film that comes out a year after Transformers 5. So and they've got Transformers 6, 7, 8. They announced more than one Transformers film.
I think that was a bad idea.
No, not when you've made the stupid amount of money that they have on these 4 films that have been below than average movies. You know what I mean? They've made stupid money. You know,
first 2 movies you couldn't even see the robots fighting.
They've made stupid amounts of money on shit writing that now they're spending money on writers to create something with the next couple of films. You know what I mean? Like at least what they're saying kind of makes sense, even though I don't like any Transformers movies. But this amount of writers for one movie and then label it as a writer's room. What, are we going to have like spin-off Sherlock Holmes stuff now? Are we going to
maybe
have
a Watson type?
Yeah, are we going to have the Watson years or whatever? I don't know, man. But they haven't said that. They haven't said any of that.
They might be trying to capitalize on the whole Guardians of the Galaxy and Deadpool was 2 films that came out recently. They did something really different to what was already established and still made loads of money.
So it just
maybe
makes
they're trying to
maybe they just like these 2 writers and they're just so they can say, but I don't know, maybe it's a marketing thing.
Because I think they might try to be like bring in sort of that R-rated humor into it.
I don't think it'll go R-rated. I think they're going to stick with the current audience that they have, especially
it's 12,
if they,
right?
Yeah, it's a 12A. Especially if they're going to spend like 200 million on a movie, you're never going to get.
They won't spend 200 million on Sherlock.
Well, probably 150 then.
I think even less.
You think even less?
Yeah.
How much was the last one?
I'm not actually sure.
And I've got it right in front of me. Hang on.
He's got a point that they gotta. If you want to get your bucks back, you gotta keep it available to most of the audience.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think now studios are just like that. They're just trying to get greedy, and they're like, "Oh, they're worth."
It's not about greed.
Oh, you know what I mean? It's just they're trying to capitalize on.
Yeah.
That hype
so
of these films that came out, and they're so different, and they made money.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, maybe we should follow some of these formulas and just try and incorporate with something we really like.
Okay, so roughly about 90 millions.
Right.
About 90 million to 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
They spent on Sherlock, so that I say 100 million because of marketing and stuff. Because
I still think they'll try and shoehorn as much as they can out of Guy Ritchie because Guy Ritchie can be creative with how he films things. So
have they announced that he's coming back to it, or have they said
they haven't announced anything?
Yeah, because I don't see Guy Ritchie coming back. I see him as a producer, but
no, I see him coming back.
I see him expanding his stuff, especially with King Arthur coming out very soon, which is a very different flair.
Well, that's a Warner Brothers film as well. So if King Arthur does well, they'll just say, "Look, can you get back onto this thing with Downey Jr. and Jude Law and just finish it off?"
Maybe. I don't see it myself, but then mind you, he's got nothing really paired up. I mean, he is rumoured to direct the Aladdin movie for Disney, and that got announced a few weeks ago. So it all depends on the Disney train's gonna happen. So if he does that, that's another couple of years on a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm assuming Sherlock's scheduled to happen pretty soon, which is why I'm like, I don't see him doing this one because of the Aladdin movie.
Well, he's got he's not been officially announced for that either.
Yeah.
I think whatever comes first and what he's interested in, he'll generally go for.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I want the next sequel to Rock and Roller, you cunt.
Rock and Roller.
Wow, Rock and Roller. That was a good use.
He said. Remember, he promised us a sequel. It never happened.
There's two that was supposed to come.
Oh it's supposed to be
right. Something Rock and Roller and the real Rock and Roller or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, where are they, Guy?
Yeah, come on, Richie. We want those
Hurry
sequels.
Up, you're slacking.
Okay, so on to the next piece of news, and that's Uncharted. Shing Levy has been asked to direct this film. And I think the success of this film will be is paramount on how what's the film that's coming out this December?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, and I think mostly just Assassin's Creed.
Film coming out in December.
Yeah. Where have you been?
This is what they're normally like.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's an Assassin's Creed coming. Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
We'll put the trailer up after the podcast so you can check it out.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah,
Uncharted, that should be a good film, man.
That's the thing. It should.
You are right. It should be a good film.
No,
let's talk about porting games to movies.
Yeah,
how it usually comes out.
If they kind of follow it, it was a good story.
The game was awesome.
Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing with the whole Uncharted thing, okay? A few months ago, they said they were putting it to bed because they wanted to work on it a bit more. Now they've greenlit it to come out really suddenly all of a sudden. And, Sean Levy, I'm not impressed with his filmography. The only thing I like is Stranger Things. He directed 2 episodes of Stranger Things. That's great, fantastic series. But we're talking about the director of the Night of the Museum trilogy. The Internship.
Which one?
The Internship, the one with...
the tall guy and the blonde guy, right?
Yeah, that
Vince
one.
Vaughn and,
Vince Vaughn and I forget his name. Yeah, Starsky and Hutch, that guy. Owen Wilson.
Owen
Wilson. There we go. Owen Wilson. So the Pink Panther reboot, Cheaper by the Dozen,
Those
reboot.
are all really shit films.
Yeah, they are. I mean, what else has he done? Real Steel is the only movie that I liked of his.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, and he just doesn't really give me much confidence for the IP that is Uncharted. Uncharted deserves, unless I find out that he's a video games super fan and knows what he's talking about regarding the Uncharted series, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It just sounds like Tom Rothman is just down at Sony is just like, right, well, I know how to make an action movie because I made loads of them at Fox, and we all know how Tom Rothman went down at Fox.
Tom Rothman is the head of a studio. He's head of the Sony Studios at the moment. He's partially the reason why we had a string of bad films through the mid 2000s.
Yeah, I mean,
early to mid 2000s.
What did he
What
do?
do you mean by string of bad films?
Well, bad
What
films.
are we talking
Let's
about?
see. When he pushes a video game movie, we usually get a Hitman film or Max Payne. So which were
You know
his
what?
two
The
biggies.
first Max
So
Payne film was really good.
Max Payne was terrible.
No, sorry. The first
Hitman.
game was really good.
Oh,
sorry.
game, yeah, I was
The
going to
first game
say.
was really good.
I was like, look,
Was it
Marky Mark was
PlayStation
not
2?
on form there, man. So, which begs to me, which you said, video game films, and no.
It's really difficult, man.
Do you know what? Like,
they've
most
greenlit
people
this,
say
they've greenlit
Warcraft
this.
wasn't that good,
Yeah.
but liking Warcraft, I think that film was actually pretty decent.
I haven't seen it.
I liked it.
Oh, did you like Warcraft, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought, you know what,
Okay.
I saw it, and I saw it with one of my mates that was a super fan.
I'd rather shoot myself in the head than watch that film.
You know what? I thought they did a good job. I personally think there was a lot they could have done better, but you know what I mean. Like,
I think they try to put too much story into just the one film. They compressed like 7 years worth of lore into one film, but
That film has lore.
What about
the game lore.
yeah.
How does
You know,
that
the
even
game
work?
story
What is the game story?
Joe's never played World of Warcraft, so he doesn't really.
or the Warcrafts before World of Warcraft. Yeah, so I think they just compressed way too much into one film, but it was good. I liked it, but you're right. Usually,
Yeah.
I mean, going back from the first Mario Brothers, you know, when they made Mario
I
Brothers
liked that
movie?
film. That was a fucking awesome film.
It,
King
like, just-
Koopa was so good. Like,
You gotta leave now. You got the marching orders. You gotta leave.
Oh man.
I don't know. From that on to like Alien vs Predator, it was like, whoa, you're trying to do too much. Everything, like anyone you name, it's just gonna make me cringe
The
because
Mario
they never
film
get.
was cool, man.
They never get the.
You can
They
blame.
get the gist, but they never get the essence
You
of
can
the
blame.
game.
You can. Well, Alien vs Predator is based on the comic, but you can
Fair
blame.
enough, my bad.
You can blame P.W.S. Anderson for that because he has his own ideas. When he gets the name of, if he gets a franchise, he's like, oh yeah, there's a story here, but fuck that. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And he's done it to all the Resident Evil films. They've got nothing to
There
do
you
with the
go.
game.
Like is that who done it?
Yeah.
Well,
Got
yeah.
nothing to do with the
Fuck
game
that up,
whatsoever. I don't want to make this a rant about him. So, what's that?
Don't worry. Just
But yeah,
Okay.
Uncharted is like kick-ass game. If they do it justice,
Oh, yeah,
it'd
of
be an
course.
awesome film. I would love to watch that.
who'd you cast as Nathan Drake and Sully?
Personally, have you played the game?
What's the name of that? guy?
Only the first one, long
Guardians.
time ago. It's on the fourth
No,
one now,
no,
right?
he's
Yeah,
that's
it's on the
right,
fourth
yeah.
one.
he's in Lost.
Lost?
What does
You
he
know,
need
Lost,
to be
the
a
TV show.
contemporary
I never really
actor, or could he
watched
be an
Lost,
actor
so-
from before?
He was in the beginning of
Like,
the
you
Mission
know what I mean?
Impossible
Does he need,
movies.
yeah, because he needs to be in his mid-30s.
Oh,
right?
Sawyer.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'd put him as Nathan Drake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, interesting.
Any other suggestions?
No, I've never
Outside
played.
of Bradley Cooper.
Fair enough.
No. Jake Gyllenhaal wouldn't be too bad at it.
Yeah, but you can throw Jake Gyllenhaal at anything.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying.
They
like,
threw him at Prince of Persia. Like, they threw him at
remember,
anything.
he was so bad in Prince of Persia, but in Jarhead, he was good.
Yeah.
If you kind of get a little bit of that
Those films
side
are-
of him of Jarhead and then put some
Really?
other
Jarhead?
bits-
Your guy.
Yeah, in terms of the action
John
side
Hamm.
of things.
Oh, John
I
Hamm.
think John Hamm.
He could do it.
Yeah.
You seen
He's
Black,
got the
Black
look.
Mirror?
I haven't seen Black Mirror yet.
He's in season 2, right?
Yeah,
the
Watch
Christmas.
episodes because he's got that levity comedian
Oh, okay.
comedic chops.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right. Actually.
Yeah.
In saying that, yeah, he's got the right sensibility for it.
Yeah.
But
Or
yeah,
do you know what? Like Shia LaBeouf, just get Shia LaBeouf. He's rocking.
well, maybe.
If you know what, I'm only going to entertain that because he's gotten better at acting. But you know what? If you said that a couple of years back, when you said Shia LaBeouf to me, all I could think of is no.
Okay.
Or even what's the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he could do it. Okay, in Jurassic Park he had the whole thing, but he could still do it. I think he'd be good at it.
That's a big no.
No, they did this. He
Yeah.
got the whole thing. I don't mind him.
He can push air.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that, but you can't put Chris Pratt in everything.
What about Sully?
I don't know what that character's like. You guys have got to tell me.
Is that the ball guy?
No. You know the old man that's his partner with the tash.
Oh, who would that be?
Who would that be? Robert De
I
Niro.
don't know what that character looks like. Well, you know what? Doesn't
You know
matter
who
what
I'd
it is.
get?
Robert De Niro.
You know
would
what
kill
I'd
it.
get? I'd get
If Sean Connery was still working, he'd be perfect. But he's
too
retired.
Scottish. You know who I'd get? But he'd have to be on makeup. He doesn't look like him, but he'd have to grow the tash and act
That's
older
solid.
than he is.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
So is that a mock-up or?
I don't know.
I actually
That's
think
the game.
That's the game.
John
That's the
Hamm would be
fourth,
excellent for that role.
No, you know who I think?
He's
I
too
think
old. He's
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell, because of the way he acts. If you had Bruce Campbell in
I think
makeup,
Bruce
Look at that
Campbell
picture, because that's
could be
younger. Not that
the
one.
main guy.
This one.
Close,
Nathan
close,
Drake.
close, that one.
Like
This one?
Bruce Campbell. I mean, maybe he's a bit too old now, but in his prime, like
yeah, Bruce Campbell.
or Kurt Russell.
Nah, not Kurt Russell. What?
Yeah, there's fireworks going on, guys.
It's Diwali, everybody. There's lots of fireworks going off in the background if you hear that.
Is it Skyforce, isn't
It
it?
is Diwali, yeah.
Skyforce this week, right?
No, next week.
No,
Next
few
week.
days.
It's on the 4th or the 5th.
I just went off the rails very quickly.
Alright, moving on from Uncharted.
Okay, so I'm going to move on from Uncharted now. Okay, so Cloverfield, Good Particle. So this will be the third movie in the universe, the Cloverfield universe, and they want to start releasing one a year now, and giving them unusual names for whatever reason. I guess that's to keep it out of the public eye.
They want to give us like one a year?
Yeah, that's the
So
plan.
this is not
Okay.
a
Won't be-
sequel
won't
or
be
a
expecting too
prequel, it's
much.
just within the same universe?
I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
I'm sorry, I'm saying so this is not a sequel or a prequel, it's just within the same universe.
I believe so. They never really give any indication on what the timeline is. Even in the first film, you don't know what year it is, but you have a rough indication because they've got camcorders and whatnot. So you have a rough in terms of technology, yeah. And even in the second film,
But yeah, you really don't know when that's set because he's in a bunker.
no, but you get clues from the radio.
Yeah,
and,
true.
It says something's happened to New York. And
I need to see that film again because I really love that second film.
The Cloverfield Lane is the sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think they should have done the first one, but from same timeline exactly, but one rather than have but from a different perspective.
Well, that's kind of what this film is.
This is.
Ah, okay.
It's kind of because if you
Bit late.
it gives you general clues to what she's listening to on the radio and who the guy John Goodman works for a particular company in the film. I don't want to go too meta with you, but there's clues within the film that its connections with
To
the
be
first
honest,
one.
as a casual person to this universe, like I watched Cloverfield Lane on its own merits, kind of thing. Had no clue that it was a sequel to Cloverfield. I didn't even think about it.
It's not in.
I want anything to do with that.
Yeah,
but,
I had no idea.
But as a movie itself, it's a wicked movie. Don't even think Cloverfield when you watch it. Just watch it for the movie that it is. But I'm not going to say when you will be like, oh, okay. Just watch it for what it is. But it's mainly 3 people in a bunker, all set in that bunker, and like,
what was that
it's good.
film?
It's good. It's good.
With the piano guy. You know that tall, skinny...
Piano guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
It's very obscure.
Is this the pianist?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, thank you.
Is it Adrian Brody?
Yeah. So
There we go.
what was the film that he was also in the bunker in the building, and a big event happens, and they're all kind of like that. That was a really good film.
Predators?
No.
That's the last thing I remember.
I'm sorry, that was a weird tangent, but you guys should see that film. That was really good.
If you tell us what the name of the film is, then
Can we Google?
we'll oblige you.
Adrian Brody. I would say it's about like 6.
I think they should stick to the original formula. It was a bit like Blair Witch when that came out, kind of like realistic because it was handheld cam, different views. Somebody's holding the cam at one point. You're seeing different people holding it, and it had that kind of shaky cam, kind of what's going on. You know, action-packed kind of thing.
Almost like a found footage film is what those films are called.
Yeah.
And I did really like that aspect of the original Cloverfield film. But I even like this idea a lot better, that it's almost like an anthology, and an anthology series where it's got Cloverfield in the title, but you don't know what its connection with the original film is, or that the universe is. So this next film could be.
I agree with you. I think that's much better to do films within the same universe and not just have to kind of carry on the story. So it could be exactly the same event.
Yeah, it could be, or it could be years later, it could be years before, or whatever.
Yeah, just use the universe, but leave that. Just do something different. But yeah, I agree. I think that's much better way to go.
Yeah.
That's why I'm interested about that.
He was in
Edge.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Because they were saying, oh, it's a prequel and a sequel within the same film, and I'm just like, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
They'll make it worth watching just because of that.
So have both of you seen the first two films?
I've seen the original. I saw the first one, Cloverfield.
You haven't seen the second one?
I haven't seen Cloverfield Lane yet.
Okay, yeah.
I walked out of the cinema on the first one because I just got sick.
Oh yeah, because you can't.
The shaky camera.
Yeah.
And I tried watching it, but I was.
Okay.
Same thing with Blair Witch Project.
Right.
So I had to walk out. So I haven't seen the second one, but you've told me it's completely different cinematography now.
Yeah, it's filmed like a traditional film, so it's. You've got all your cameras on it.
And then I might watch this one, but I'm still not going to watch the first one.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to watch the first one. If you, there's some Easter eggs in that second film that links to the original film, but I mean, you'll be none the wiser. You can just watch the film as a film.
Is there any clues as to what exactly is going on?
No.
No, it's okay, fine.
And I don't want to spoil the film for you, but yeah, just it's when it gets to the end, it's interesting. But yeah, I'm all up for this. Instead of having this room of secrecy around them trying to make a film in secret and then releasing it, because they made that first film in secret as well, and I don't know how they hid that.
Cloverfield.
Yeah, they made that first film in secret.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
The trailer was in front of Transformers, wasn't it? Anyway,
it's going back some time though. Cloverfield though.
Oh no! I was looking. I thought he was paying attention, but he wasn't.
Yeah, Sacha.
Something like it was mid 2000, wasn't it? Cloverfield?
Yeah, 2006. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I think it was. No, it was 2008. It's 2008, so it would have been on something else.
But I remember the trailers for it. It was really quite. It was quite unclear what was going on.
Yeah. All you knew that something was happening in New York, and you didn't know if it was a monster or whatever. You were intrigued to go watch the film because you wanted to know what was going on. I remember being mesmerized by the trailer. It was really good, and it's the same with Cloverfield Lane. The trailer just came out, and the fact that it was called Cloverfield Lane, it was just like, oh wow, this must be like a sequel or something. But yeah. Sach, any other thoughts?
No, just want to check it out, man. It'll be interesting. I like the last movie. Let's see what JJ's got up his sleeve with this one. I'm not too sure about bringing one every year. Like, that's maybe a bit overkill.
You mean like Star Wars?
Well, yeah, but...
But Star Wars has been in the pipeline for ages.
Yeah.
Well, no, but they want to release one every year. I think that's overkill.
We'll see how it goes, man. I'm just... We'll see.
But and the thing is, these are going to be smaller films than Star Wars, and so
I guess they can bring one out every year because they are smaller films. But
we are worried about quality.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see because you got to understand though that with Cloverfield Lane, that was a really good movie on its own without it being connected to that bigger universe.
Yeah.
For me, I felt that you only knew that it was connected to Cloverfield. If you'd seen the first movie or whatnot, so long as they make them contained films that, serve the purpose by themselves, first and foremost, as well as the bigger universe, I'm all for it. But you know, it's a bit too premature to really talk about it because you know we're just going off this first announcements, I guess. But, yeah.
Okay, all right then. All right, into the next topic, and that's Uwe Boll. I don't know if any of you guys know who this guy is, but he's announced his retirement from filmmaking, and
sorry.
Yeah.
Up to Uwe Boll.
Okay, so Uwe Boll, he made all these really bad video game films in the early 2000s and up till now, really. What was that King film that he made? With
In the Name of the King.
In the Name of the King. Which one? All of them, wasn't it? Is his film? Wow.
Jason Statham. 2000.
Jason Statham. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
I know things, guys. I got it.
I know things.
Wow, he made all of these movies.
All of these movies. So
I've never seen a single one.
Yeah, because they're all terrible.
Yeah, look. Can you remember House of the Dead, the Sega arcade game?
I remember the game.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Wow, and look, Blood Rain. That was an awesome game.
Yeah,
I love that session.
yeah. Don't watch this movie though.
Yeah, Who's created that kill?
Blood Rain, Deliverance.
Well, no, who's created that kill? Blood Rain. Stephen Dorff. Stephen Dorff.
What? Stephen Dorff's in Blood Rain?
Natasha Christina Loken.
Yeah, she was in
yeah,
that, wasn't
Yeah, she was as well.
yeah.
It killed both of their careers then.
Ben Kingsley was in that film.
Yeah, he's a.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's done a Far Cry film as well.
Yeah, he did Far Cry, and it's a far cry from what Far Cry should be. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's infamous, man, for making shitty video game movies. I remember when they said they were doing not Alone in the Dark, because he did that as well. House of the Dead. I remember them making Sega's House of the Dead into a video game movie. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this. And I saw the trailer. I was like, it's got high school kids. What the fuck? Are we going into a house? This isn't House of the Dead. What video game did he play? And that seems to be the case with all of his damn movies. It's just back to what you were saying earlier. It's like
completely not.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. So the House of the Dead video game is a horror shooting video game.
Yeah.
So the only part of that he got was horror.
Horror.
And he made a horror movie.
And he put it in the house.
He put it in the house.
And
Actually, probably the only thing they took from it was the house.
Exactly. I mean, this guy just. All right. For those that haven't heard, he's never had a theatrical release that I've been aware of.
Not in this country.
Not in this country, anyway. Probably in Germany, where he hails from. Quite literally, that's probably where they've all gone theatrically. Maybe even in the States, but I know a lot of his monies were made due to some loophole in the German government where you could borrow a shitload of money if you were making a film or something, and even if the film flopped, you didn't have to pay it back. I wish I knew about that now. Maybe we could do something, but he just kept making shit. He got famous for making shit video game adaptations that went straight to video that a young Sacha Allari would find in Videorama down the Kenton High Road and be like, oh my god, House of the Dead, let's go check this out. Oh my god, this is a piece of shit. Oh my god, Blood Rain. Oh my god, this is a piece of shit. Who made this shit? Uwe Boll. I'll never watch a film of his again. I've never watched a film of his again, but I've watched everyone bitch about him every time the reviews come out.
I will give him one piece of credit for Assault on Wall Street. I have seen that.
Is it good?
It was a good movie because it's about a guy who loses, something happens in the banking sector and he loses his mortgage and his life goes down the drain and he blames the investor and he goes after the investor who lost his money or the insurance people who wouldn't cover him and his wife's illness and whatever, and he goes after them. And I thought it was a good movie. I thought that was a watchable movie. It was a matinee movie. It's not like something amazing, but just to.
But the thing is, these shit films. What was that director that was really famous? He used to make really shit films in the 70s, and now they're all everyone loves them. I'm just saying
Roger Corman.
I can't remember the name.
Must
of
be
it.
Shit director. That's very.
Give me a name of a film.
They had a shit. Oh, dude, I can't remember films. But
it's probably Roger Corman. I mean, he was mainly a producer rather than direct. Well, he did direct some, but he would direct cheap action movies, off the cheap kind of.
But there's a lot of directors that made films like that.
I know that, but if it wasn't for him, James Cameron would never have got his start because he did the Piranha film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but is that the guy he's talking?
I'm pretty sure.
This guy was the one that would always, like, also one of the things he's famous for, he'd always like overly sexualize things in his films.
Ross Myers. He's talking about Ross Myers.
Yeah, so I'm saying maybe
he's
he's gonna be the next Ross Myers. There's super
Ross Myers has his own
No.
genre though. He's got like exploitation.
So he makes bad.
He's the
video
king
game
of exploitation.
Films. Yui Boll has his own genre as well.
Exploitation.
Bad
video game
films.
Fair enough.
So what I'm saying is,
It's not
in
something
20
that
years'
you'd wanna be
time,
credited
we're gonna
for.
go back to it and go, oh, this is amazing. It's gonna be a hipster.
No,
film,
we'll never look back at
Give
those
it
fucking
10
movies and
years.
say it was amazing.
Okay, let's put it.
What was I going to say? I'll never forget that thing where what film? I think Far Cry had come out or something, and like there was real bad press about Far Cry or whatever, and he volunteered. He basically said, "Right, for those that don't like my movie, I'll give you this. I'm going to have a boxing match. I'm going to have a boxing event, and 20 hardcore fans can beat me up for taking their money or whatnot in a boxing ring." He failed to mention that before he was a film director, he was a fully trained boxer. So all these video game nerds came, expect, yeah, I'll beat up Yui Boyle, I'll punch him in the face, and they're in a ring with this big hench dude with gloves. And you can watch it on YouTube.
This is real.
This is real. This shit happened. This shit happened.
Let me beat up some of the haters.
Also, yeah, literally. Also, on top of that, this guy would rant on about how shit Michael Bay is, how shit George Clooney is, how shit.
This same guy.
Yeah, how shit the
when I
Hollywood
said this
system
movie
is.
so on Wall Street was good,
Yeah.
I was talking about the actor. The main protagonist was the guy from
Well, he had
Blade.
Jason Statham
Blade
in
3.
one of his films. I think Jason Statham's alright.
Yeah, Statham is alright.
Good, like he kicks ass. So, sorry, like, go on.
But
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
I like that he's announced his retirement. I bet everyone was keen to hear that. Looking forward to it.
I think a lot of people just didn't care.
Yeah.
Just didn't care. Anyway, Yui, we gave you a mention on Zedos Gang, which is more than we should have. Enjoy your career.
And a small round of applause as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy his do one-handed applause.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy his films in like 15 years' time.
Well, that went nowhere. Okay, so
Anyway.
all right, so on to the final story, and that's how do you guys feel about going to the cinema by yourself?
I love it.
I'm
gonna be.
If you could see the face on the mayor when he said that, it sounded like someone who just likes to go to the cinema and kill people.
No, I mean,
there are a few people that probably
you end up going to the cinema and being with someone and they just talk your ear off, or they're like, "What's going on?" or they're telling you about going to the bathroom, and you're like, "Fuck off! I'm trying to watch the movie." You know? I'm personally, when I'm watching a movie, when I go to the cinema, I'm escaping from my life.
Yeah.
I want to.
It's escapism, yeah.
It's 2 hours where all of my problems, everything is hung up to dry while I'm watching this and just kind of like relaxing.
Yeah.
And
you don't want to share that experience with someone that's not going to do that with you.
Exactly. If you're not going to escape and you're going to be like asking me questions or something like that, or talking about it, or that was awesome, it's like, tell me after, like, you know.
Yeah.
I literally, when I'm watching a movie, I zone out. So personally, I think going to the cinema alone is a great experience. I think it's something you can also share. I don't think being alone, but like you said, if you're going with someone who's going to share the experience, and you both feel the same way about it, that's great. If you have two different opinions, like someone wants to throw popcorn, like my friend LaPointe over here, then it might
I don't
be.
throw popcorn. I don't think eating in the cinema is right. Like, I think it's fucked up.
You can. I don't
it's
like.
Weird. Like when I used to go to cinema when I was small, there was no popcorn and hot dogs and nachos.
Yeah, there's always been popcorn.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Popcorn's
been in the cinema since the early 1900s.
Since cinema's been around.
No,
I used to smoke in the cinema.
You guys,
yeah, that's
like,
right. Yeah.
But in Portugal, like I remember going to cinema when I was small. Though there was no food.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you're Portuguese.
There was no food.
I like this idea of no food though, because I'm really fussy and.
It's just weird because you walk into the cinema and it just smells like nacho cheese and like plastic.
But you got to understand, popcorn's so easy to make and so inexpensive that
it generates a lot of money for the cinema. No, I get that.
And that's the way cinema makes its money, essentially.
Yeah, but it's just still odd for me.
It's actually bums and seats eating,
I've bought popcorn in the cinema, but like sometimes you're trying to watch a really interesting part of the film, and let's say it's not action based, it's dialogue based, so it's slightly lower, and all you hear is the dude sitting next to you.
Well, you need to there's two things that need to happen here. You need to not go to that cinema again because the any sound that comes out of dialogue should go over what's going on in the auditorium.
Right next to you, and he's grabbing.
If he's right next to you, even so.
Anyway, back to the topic. I mean,
I think it's weird going to cinema alone.
Depends on the individual. I mean, like sometimes there's been times where I've got I went quite a few times when I went to the States because I didn't want to go in the mall every day like shopping with my mum. To be quite honest, I was just like, fuck it, I'll go catch a film I ain't seen. Sometimes I think you absorb more of the movie when you go by yourself because you're not being distracted by anyone. You know what I mean? It depends on my mood. I've gone. Usually when I go, I call up all my buddies or I go catch up with a work colleague after work or something. But you know, if it was something I badly wanted to see, like yo shit, I need to see this now, I got no problem with going by myself. I'll tell you what, if Rogue One came out now and you guys said, no, I ain't watching it with you, Sacha will be fine, fuck you, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just straight up gone. There's no questions or doubt or whatever in that situation thought process with me. I won't wait for someone, I'll just go do it. You know what I mean? Like,
What's the last? I don't think I've ever watched a Star Wars film with you.
No. Attack of the Clones. Star preview.
Right, okay.
We watched them.
No, and Revenge of the Sith. And we
we
watched The Force
considered-
Awakens.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, I was at IMAX.
Well, obviously.
Oh wow! I didn't
Jose didn't
realise.
enjoy any of those.
Sorry,
He
man.
blocked it out.
Sorry?
You obviously didn't enjoy any of his company in those films. He just
No.
I blocked out the experience.
Yeah, because you came
It's
to
like,
Revenge
like
of the
it's
Sith
in-
because we saw it in West End.
Right.
View.
I can't remember.
Naturally, I think any experience that you enjoy shared will be more fun because you can talk about it, and you know there's a film.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, of course.
we did that yesterday. We went to see Doctor Strange. Colin over here usually gets a big group of us to go, and that was amazing. But I mean, in essence, we're all watching the one thing, and we're all invested in watching that film. Everyone's just like, boom. You don't hear any interruptions from anyone, or if there's a funny part, yeah, everyone's going to laugh, or if you see someone that you recognise on the screen, hey, there's that so-and-so on the screen, then that's about it. But you don't.
No, I don't mind when you look over to me and you go, that guy, and I go, yeah, that guy, in silence. Yeah. But some people go to the cinema to talk, and it's like,
on the phone as well.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry, I was going to take this
phone,
business call right now. I'm just in cinema. I can't.
Yeah, that's Yugi.
Can't talk. No.
Yeah, that's
I
you,
always
man.
turn my phone off.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah,
you keep it on. So, yeah, man, I'm in the cinema, man. I'm watching this.
I hate
It's
that.
heavy.
I don't even like people eating in the cinema, let alone talk on the phone.
Oh, fair enough.
I think they should just get beat.
I think he should open a chain of cinemas with his rules.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
That would
like
be
they're
wicked.
holding their phone on the way and you just smash the phone out of their hand.
Holy cow.
Phones in lockers, like, yeah.
No, out.
It's a harsh world we live in, Guy's world. But yeah, in terms, yeah.
I've never done it. I don't think I've ever been to the cinema alone.
I used to do it all the time. I mean, I still do it now when I can, but I don't usually have the time to. But
I think I've always been lucky though.
I asked someone once, do you want to go see this film? They said, no, see it, go watch this.
I've always had people to go watch the films I want to go, and usually they're quiet. And if they ask me questions, I'm like, I'm watching the same fucking thing as you, and they usually don't ask anything after that.
Oh, okay. Well, you go with a person that appreciates what you're going to do. You're
like
going
my missus, my wife, like.
Your wife?
She falls asleep. Yeah, the wife.
You married?
But she falls asleep in films. So that's like even films she wants to go see. So she's like a Ben Affleck fan. So we went. I took her to see Batman vs Superman. And she just fell asleep.
Well,
so
there's many reasons why she fell asleep in that film, but I won't go into it.
No, I'm just saying it's great because she just falls asleep, so she doesn't disturb me like when we go to cinema. I'm not sure if she fell asleep in Warcraft. She liked Deadpool, but anyways.
Okay, well.
I've been lucky. I haven't had like an annoying cinema buddy, like you know.
Yeah.
When we go, usually people just sit there and watch the film, and then we talk after about it.
Okay, well.
I've never been to cinema alone though. You guys all have.
Yeah, all the time.
So I'm like the one on out, like
numerous occasions.
No. The reason why I asked this question is because of the age that I am now. there's lots of people that have families and do their own thing, and so there's. When I ask certain people if they want to go, they either can't or they're not interested, and so I want to see this film, so I'm going to go see it, regardless if anyone's
I
coming.
don't even think it's a fact of age. I just think sometimes when you have free time, your friends won't have free time, and
no, but
logistics is hard to get.
Sure.
I think Jose means when
but
we're
I
younger,
agree with you.
When we're younger, we'd always have more free time. All of us.
There's that as well. You weren't married
so now
or
people
something.
work, kids, marriage. Side business. It's just
personally, I love it.
But the thing is, I think that the best times to go to cinema is midweek, midday.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because it's just empty rooms. That's my favorite time to go to cinema.
It depends on the film, because sometimes I like an audience, especially if it's.
I always like that empty.
If it's a comedy, I definitely like an audience, because you can roll off the people's laughs as well, and it makes the film even funnier. It does.
Because laughter is contagious.
If you watch a comedy by yourself, you'll always get a different experience being either with your friends or being with an audience.
Or when it's an in joke and you laugh and only a few other people laugh. And someone else like that as well. That's a nice feeling.
It's just that.
I think the only time I've had that experience was at the Warcraft film.
Where you laughed and only one other person
not as in laughing, but
yeah,
as characters pop up or
and
people start shouting from the board. So people had like the gaming thing, and I was like, that guy knows. I
think the early days of the Marvel films, all the Marvel comic readers, they're all there, they're enjoying that stuff. But what you're getting now, you'll get the one guy go, "Hey, did you see Hellboy at the end of Avengers?" They'll be like, "Yo, motherfucker, you need to just stand in that corner there."
Okay, so on from that to does anyone have any films that? Okay, so this segment called Old But New is about film that you watched maybe 10, 15 years ago that you think should be watched because it's something that's so awesome that everyone needs to be told about it. Are there any films that you think
15 years ago, 2001.
No, it doesn't. I'm not saying necessarily 15. Just a film that you really like that's years old, but not from 2 years ago.
RoboCop.
Holy shit!
Best story of a bad
That was
first
my
day.
old new.
No, not the new RoboCop.
No, I had it on my thing. I was typing it in before you said it.
Oh shit!
And he said it.
What's going on here?
It's RoboCop. It has to be RoboCop. That's better.
I was just gonna say best first day story ever.
This is the what story?
Best first day at work story ever.
First day at work story.
First day at work story ever.
Wow.
Watch it thinking like that. It's just
it's like, how'd your day go, honey? Oh, I got shot in the hand. And
what do
the
you mean?
head.
They ripped his arms out.
Yeah,
You're spoiling it now for the people who haven't seen it, though.
It's a 20-year-old film. This is not spoilers.
How can you not know the premise of
RoboCop,
RoboCop,
how do you
man?
not know the premise of
RoboCop?
By the way, we are talking about the 87 original, not the fucking dirty reboot.
Well, trust me, in that past 15 seconds, no one knew what you're talking about because I couldn't hear what you were talking about. So, that was about RoboCop, folks, and they were arguing about...
Okay, I'll give RoboCop to Sacha, and I'll just say The Fly, but not the original from the 50s.
we got to stick on RoboCop. RoboCop's the one.
No, but he was so good, though, in the 80s remake with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh,
The segment
the
is we
80s
pick
one,
one film and talk about it. RoboCop's the one. RoboCop's the one.
We're talking about RoboCop.
We're talking about RoboCop.
Murphy.
Yeah, everyone.
No, what
Everyone's
was the
talking about
actor's
RoboCop.
name? Peter... something?
Peter...
Falk. No, not Peter
Who are
Falk.
you talking about? RoboCop, yeah? Peter Weller.
Peter Weller.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Peter Falk. What's his name? The guy in the trench coat.
From Last Action Hero?
No. Peter Falk is from...
Ronnie Cox.
No, he's talking about someone else. I thought he's talking about the bad guy.
Sorry, anyway, Karen, it doesn't
Well,
matter.
the guy from the 70s show.
No. Just carry on with what you were saying.
Oh yeah, so if Sasha says Robocop, I was just gonna say The Fly. That's a good film.
No. But the point is that we talk about one film.
Oh, we all pick one film.
No. It's just one film.
Robocop is the film.
Robocop is the film.
Oh fuck it, then yeah,
So
we
we're
were in sync.
Why should people watch that? Why should people watch that?
I thought we were all giving one recommendation.
I think it's a nice slice of 80s nostalgia. You're getting some nice action there, some of that
Nice R-rated action.
Some of that R-rated action, some of that 80s effects. What was that guy's name who was famous for the effects?
Stan Winston?
That's the one.
Phil
You get some of
Tippett.
that.
It was Phil
Oh,
Tippett.
Phil
Was it
Tippett.
Phil Tippett?
Yeah, it was Phil
Didn't
Tippett.
Stan
Were you
Winston
getting
make
that type of animatronic sort of,
Yeah.
which was really nice back then. And
But that's the thing, though. I never thought of
the story is
films
hot.
like that as like R-rated action or thing. I just thought that's just how cinema.
Yeah.
That's how a movie should be.
Yeah, that's how a movie
for
should
kids
be.
and for adults.
Yeah,
Naturally.
because when I was young, I used to watch all of this stuff, and like my parents never vetted anything. You know, I could watch whatever I wanted. So now, when they tone down so much, and you're watching things, and it's just like, oh shit, they made another Harry Potter, but it was supposed to be like, you know, an action film, and you just. You know, you're just like, what was that film that looks like Harry Potter, but it's an actual film? It's an actual action film now.
Huh?
What, Doctor Strange?
No, it's another film.
That was a good one.
It was the new Star Wars.
What?
I'm sorry.
Like not the new one that came out. The one that just came out, was it last year?
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
It's like Harry Potter.
No, I just mean is when you look at it just visually in terms of the colors of the lightsabers and all that stuff, it just looks exactly
know
the
what you're
same as the
talking about.
last Harry Potter.
How
when
the
they're shooting
hell
up the
did we
walls.
get from Harry Potter to Robocop? I'm really confused.
Alright, going back to
Going
it.
back to Robocop.
What I'll add to it is
By the way, that's
you know, I'm Colin. Yeah, the
Fact checker.
Cool.
easy.
I would say Robocop has great quotes. One of them classic films with great quotes. So I would say going around in a circle, just think of a quote from Robocop. That you
Go with a quote.
I'll start. Bitches leave.
I'll buy that for $1.
Drop it, creep.
Oh, you fired.
There's
We left nothing.
loads, man. There's loads, though.
I haven't seen Robocop in years.
What's the
I've got
bitches
another one.
leave quote from?
That's when the guy, what's his name, the bad guy, he comes with the grenades
Yeah.
and he leaves it on the table.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
That's
I love it when the bad guy's like, "Can you fly, Johnny?" And it's frozen on the vehicle.
Help me, man.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god, shit.
Oh
Wait,
god,
actually,
it is
there's
so
loads of
quotable,
really
man.
good
I love that
ones.
So when
film.
you think about it, there's so much classic quotes
That's
in
the thing, man. Paul Verhoeven, man. You directed most of my favourite movies in the 80s. He did that. He did Total Recall. He did. What else did he fucking do?
What happened to
Total
Orion?
Recall was also
Starship Troopers.
Mhm.
I mean, like, that guy needs to come back quite clearly.
Well,
No,
he still makes films.
Paul Verhoeven for Deadpool 2. I'm calling it now. Someone get that guy out of retirement.
He's not in retirement. He still makes films.
What films has he made?
All his films are Dutch.
Come back to Hollywood, man. Come back to
Those are all
Hollywood,
good
dude.
films
Oh,
that
he
you mentioned.
has.
Sorry, what did you say earlier? Just a minute ago.
Hollow Man. That
That
was a
was
sick
wicked.
film. That was
Yeah.
such a sick film.
Sorry.
No, what did you say?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't remember. Like, wait, did I say something?
You said something like a few seconds ago when we were talking over you.
All I just said is they're so right. When you think about it, there's so many one-liners in RoboCop. I didn't even.
You have
Yeah,
5
yeah.
seconds to comply.
No,
Yeah,
oh no,
yeah.
sorry.
5 seconds to
I
comply.
asked
Loads.
what happened to
You're coming
Orion.
with
You remember, like, as in you would say Orion Pictures,
Oh, the company.
Oh no, that's
In
come
the
back.
80s.
That's come back again.
and that just disappeared, and I
No,
never
no,
knew
it's
what
back-
happened.
it's
But
back
what
again.
happened? Did it? Go
They
bankrupt
just went
or-
bust, I guess. But
Yeah, because it just disappeared, right? Like from one day they were making the biggest films around, the next day they just.
it happened to a lot of film companies between now and between the 80s and now. There's been
But those are all good films, though. They mentioned on Total Recall.
yeah.
Starship
Well,
Troopers.
Well, that was
Those
a
are really
very
good.
confusing old but new. That's RoboCop. That's the 1987, 86 or 87?
87.
87 RoboCop by Paul Verhoeven, not the new one, the old one, the good one, in my
The
opinion.
only one.
But yeah, that's if you want to catch
Yeah, when
that.
you think about it, the new one they really camped it up.
I've not even
Even
seen
the
it.
suit, it's like instead of just being a really heavy hunk of kind of like metal, like you picture the old RoboCop when he's walking, he's like and he's slow.
Yeah.
And the new one is like all slick and.
He's all slick. He's sliding.
It's true, like when they're riding in the bikes and it's just they made it, yeah.
Well, yeah. Again, that was RoboCop, Paul Verhoeven, old but new. Okay, so on to films opening this week, and we have one film, and that is The Accountant, which stars Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, John Brufnell, J.K. Simmons, and is directed by Gavin O'Connor. And so this film is more, it's very Bourne-esque.
Actually, I was gonna say, when I saw the trailer, it reminded me of was it The Good Citizen?
Good Citizen. I know that.
With
Why do I know that?
the English guy.
The English guy. That's very vague, but...
You know in Rock and Roller?
Oh, you're talking about Gerald Butler.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The Good Citizen.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, this trailer reminded me of that. I'll probably see it because.
This film's got nothing to. It's nothing.
Oh no! I meant just. Sorry.
It just in terms of tone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but this has got more in line with the Bourne series than anything else.
He's that good, yeah.
No, it's
Like
just that type of film. It's espionage. Well, would you put it under?
I've
espionage?
seen the movie, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Would you put it under espionage?
I would put it under a spy thriller.
Spy thriller. Okay.
A bit of a spy thriller, about a guy that it's basically a spy thriller about a guy that's not really. He's a bit special. You know what I mean? He's not really your normal kind of person, but he's very good at two things.
Batman.
He's very good at two things: mathematics, hence The Accountant, and shooting stuff. So
I know, when I saw the trailer, I thought it was funny. He's like, do my taxes and kill my wife for me or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's a really good film. It's very different to what else is out there, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I totally recommend it. I wouldn't say that it was AAA. There's one area in the movie that I felt needed to be taken out due to pacing, but other than that, it's a solid film. Ben Affleck is at the top of his game, and
he's doing good shit lately, actually. I mean, I don't think he was that bad before, but.
No, he's been wicked, man. Consistently.
He was a good Batman.
Yeah, he was He was the only thing good about that movie, that's for sure. But I mean, he's really good in this movie. He gives a very different performance than he's ever given in anything.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's the only film coming out this. Well, it's the only big film coming out this week.
Is it already or is it coming out?
It's coming out. This week. Commencing.
Sacha got the hookups, yeah?
I don't think Satch can go into that. But yeah, in terms of, are any of you guys looking forward to it? Is this a film that you would want to see?
It looks interesting. It looks quite action packed. I like Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick, yeah.
Ben Affleck's kind of staple. I didn't like the choice of Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm not against. I think visually he was a good Batman. He makes a very good one, Batman visually. But he's too serious to be Batman because Batman has that Playboy-esque.
No, but that's the thing though. I think
that's not his fault. I think that's the direction that they were going with that particular Batman in that thing, because all you get is him being angry because like Superman's fucking up his city. He's like, I gotta save everyone. My buildings are destroyed. You know what I mean? I'm actually really looking to see his version of the Batman when it comes out, because if you look at all of his other films, he's very good at doing crime thrillers. You know what I mean? The Town was phenomenal. Argo was great.
Did he make Reindeer Games? Was that...
No, he didn't direct it, but he's in Reindeer Games. Yeah, but
I'm just thinking like crime thrillers. Like there was.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good watch. I think it's a role that like he probably play that role excellently.
Visually, he looks like a good Batman. Like
plus, I like all the. I know we're going off topic here completely, but I mean, like I like the fact he got Deadshot as a fucking villain in this one. Okay. That's like for any hardcore like Batman fan. I don't know whether you guys know who Deadshot is, but he's like more a contemporary villain, if you know what I mean. That's come out in the past 10 years, and everyone loves Deadshot. That villain actually showed up in season 2 of Arrow and was the best thing about that season. He's now the villain of the Batman movie. So people that've never seen this guy.
Is it going to be Will Smith still?
No. Oh shit! I'm getting confused. Aren't I?
Deathstroke or
it's
Deathstroke?
Deathstroke, not Deathstroke. Sorry, man. What's up? Oh shit! Are you laughing at this or me?
Laughing at you.
Oh fuck! I fucked it up. I'm getting those two confused, man. But I meant Deathstroke. There we go.
Okay.
Deathstroke.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about Will Smith the whole
No,
time.
not Will Smith. No. Sorry. I thought you were laughing at that.
Okay, so yeah, I see we're in this. That's the general consensus that we're sort of looking forward to it.
The accountant?
The answer we were looking for is yes.
Yes.
That's true.
On to the last segment, which is film 20 questions. Who wants to play this?
Shall we do teams?
No. This it has to be one way.
Let's do teams.
I'll be the question master.
Yeah, you've been doing it for the past few weeks now.
Can we let Amir choose a film again? Because he gave you a fucked up.
Okay, we'll let Amir do it.
You'll pick the film. Sasha can be the question master.
No, it's Amir.
You pick a film.
So I pick a film.
Yeah, you pick
any film from since time began.
So if anyone doesn't know how this works, what Amir's going to do, he's going to pick a film. He's going to write the name of a film down, and then
let's get a film that we've mentioned.
we have to guess. We've got 20 questions to guess what this film is. So by asking Amir yes or no questions, or he can only answer yes or no questions. For instance, if I asked him, does the film have? Sorry, what?
We are conferencing, so you continue doing your thing, Joe.
Okay.
We're gonna make it as hard as we can to you.
Okay.
For you, against you.
Wait.
With you? What?
There's only one person coming up with it, right?
Yeah, it's only one person that's coming up with it.
Well, why don't we all pitching in?
We'll guess. We're all guessing.
It's all
it's one.
versus...
No. The rule is one person comes up with the name of the film. It's written down on paper. We've got 20 questions between all of us to guess what that film is.
I'm just gonna waste your questions though.
It doesn't matter. That's a part of the game.
Because you know my memory is terrible. Plus, I keep thinking it's Nicole Kidman on everything. It's is that Nicole Kidman?
Are you obsessed
with Nicole Kidman? It will definitely make the game interesting.
No, just the hair. I just thought that was her and Nocturnal...
So it's not how you're obsessed with, it's her hair.
No, that's the color. I'm not obsessed with
We need
Nicole
to get him in
Kidman.
touch with Tom to get him over it.
Do you know they've been game over for years though, right?
Sorry?
Yeah, they got divorced.
Yeah, but that's why Tom can help him get over it.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's like, this is what I did. Katie Holmes. He's divorced from her now as well, isn't it?
Katie Holmes?
Yeah, Tom Cruise divorced her.
Yeah, a while ago. Yeah.
She had to escape to New York with her daughter.
She's seen Jamie Foxx now.
What?
Apparently they're on the split as well, or so I've read.
No way.
Something like this, yeah.
Wow.
Should I choose the film
you
then?
never can tell, innit?
I think he's chosen. Have you chosen?
I've chosen the film.
I should choose
Okay.
the film and you guys do the questions.
Let's do this.
20 questions, guys.
Alright, I'll go first. Is this film set within my age range? Is it set in the past 38 years?
Was it made in the last 38 years?
Was it made in the... Yeah, it was. Okay.
Yes.
So I've got a range now. Does anyone else have any...
Does it have an ensemble cast or is it a male-female lead kind of thing?
It's just no.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, it's only yes or no question.
Does it have an ensembled cast?
Yes, you could say it does. No, it doesn't. Let's say no, it doesn't. Let's say no, it doesn't.
Either it does or it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Go on, Colin. It's all you, man.
Is the lead in this film being in a superhero film?
No.
Is the lead male?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So something that's been in the last 30 years. Male lead.
How many questions? 1, 2, 3.
We used 4 questions already.
Okay, so is this film Is this an action film?
Yes.
Okay.
Better not be barbed wire.
Does that
Pamela Anderson.
Does that count
What?
as a question?
I don't think any of us was thinking that.
It just popped into my head.
But that would have been.
Yeah, but he said it was a male lead, not a female lead.
I know, but
way
I
off,
just felt like he was saying that. Sorry, go on.
The
Sorry,
point.
what's your
That's
question?
what we call it.
What question did you ask?
It's an action film. I want to know what the genre
And
is.
is it action film?
Yes, it is.
Shit, because 90s is all action films.
No, all the films you rewatched in the 90s were action films. There were more than
In the
that.
80s as well, it's all action films.
Is this action film martial arts based?
No.
That's a good question.
Is it a Jerry Bruckheimer performance?
Production.
No. But can I go back? Oh, no, I can't answer anything more than that. Can't give up, please.
You can give 3 clues.
No clues. No clues.
Knowing You, is it Predator?
No.
Ah!
Wait, how many is that?
8.
How many questions?
8 questions gone.
Because
so
we
far.
gone around, so it's 4 of them. It's not Predator.
Smart questions now.
We know that. I thought, because Knowing You, I'm like, male lead action in the last 3 years, Predator.
Is that an 80s film?
Yes.
Okay. Narrowed it down.
Action 80s. Alright. Does it?
Did you
Does,
get
wait,
the year
does it
right?
start either Sylvester Stallone or Arnold?
Yes.
Okay. Come on, guys. One of these two.
Okay.
You change it from the one you told me.
Why would I tell you the movie?
I don't want to ask any more questions.
Is it Rambo?
No, it's not
No,
Rambo.
it's it,
You already.
No, I asked you if it was
oh gosh.
Predator, not Rambo. Yes.
You've already asked if it's Rambo.
Wait, alright, I think we have a question to whittle it down.
But remember, his question really whittles it. Well, it doesn't really whittle it down, but it gives you.
Yeah, it's not
Avenue.
martial arts based.
And it's
Male lead.
And it's starring
80s.
either Sylvester Stallone
Or Arnie.
Or Arnie.
And then 80s. 80s. Oh, dude.
How many questions have we got?
You've asked 11 so far. You got 9 questions.
Okay, is it an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Yes.
Now we've narrowed the search.
Oh, Terminator.
No.
Ah.
7 Lives.
The first
Don't
one was in the
cheat,
80s,
man.
right?
Yeah.
And the second one was in the 90s. Terminator. The first one was 80s and the second one was 90s, right?
Why are we gonna say Terminator 2?
No. I was just like...
can't say
Because
just
that's
checking
not
if I was
80s,
right.
that's 90s.
Yeah, that's what I said.
okay.
The first one was 80s and the second one was 90s. So Arnie, action, no...
Come on, guys. There's a lot.
No
There's a lot of
kung fu.
questions you can ask to narrow it down.
Oh shit, I know what it is. I know
Commando.
you.
It's not Commando.
It's not Commando, but it's the Running Man.
It's not.
Stop.
the Running Man.
Stop.
This is what I was hoping
Is that
you
14
would
now?
do.
Is that
This is
14?
what I was hoping you would do.
Is that 14?
That's 15 questions, guys.
Alright. Be careful now. Like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
repeat.
No, but we've cleared half of Arnie's 80s.
I
action.
wouldn't say
Well, there's a
half,
few more.
but
It's all about Richmond. Fuck.
Turned out to be some. Oh no!
I want to watch Twins actually. That was a good film.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
Is it
try and make it like a double-edged question. That's the SMS. So you can
double-edged
get,
question?
Yeah, so you can get your value. value for,
Value
the
for
question.
money.
Yeah.
Does he wear
Does-
a phone?
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger strapped to a tree in this?
No, he's not strapped to a tree.
What the fuck was that question? What film is he strapped to
You
a tree anyway?
should have said it.
Actually, in his defense,
What
he's
film
strapped.
is he strapped
He's
into a
strapped
tree?
down in a lot of his movies, and that's a clue. He's not strapped to a tree.
No, but what do you mean? What film was he strapped to a tree?
In Arnold,
Conan.
he gets nailed to the tree.
The tree of woe.
In Conan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, but I don't remember him
what's
being
that, man?
And
nailed
then
to a tree.
and then they do the magic to bring him back.
Oh, I remember him being dead and they covered his face with like sand or something.
Okay, is Arnold's weapon of choice a sword in this film?
Are you sure you want to answer that question?
Yeah, it'll get away. Yeah.
No, it's not his weapon.
Alright, that gets rid of Red Sonja, all the other Conans.
Okay.
So,
Right, okay. Yeah.
Three left to go. I think even after 20 questions, you should be able to get it.
Come on, like, how many films we've left with Barney's? Alright, we've got...
We know it's not Predator or Running Man or Terminator.
Yeah.
Red Heat.
Red Heat's one left.
Oh, that was a good film.
Great.
Remember all the
We were
films
talking
we did
about
in the
Red
80s.
Heat the other day.
Okay, Red Heat.
We've
Yeah,
done
the one with
We've
Bellucci.
done
Yeah,
Terminator.
Did you say Total Recall?
No, we
That's
didn't.
in the
That's
90s.
90.
That's
It's
not
in the 90s.
Is that
That's,
90s?
that's the 80s.
I thought it was
No. Total Recall.
Oh no, you're right. It's 1990. It's 1990.
Is it 1990?
Yeah, let's see.
No, it's not. Check it.
Just say Total Recall. Total Recall?
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
what year is it set?
I'm checking that.
If it's not 80s, it's 90 then.
I'm sure
That's
it's
what it says.
1990.
Oh, 90.
Is
It's
it?
90,
Yeah.
yeah, 1990.
I thought as much.
And you still got it right.
Well, no, that was thanks to Colin,
Yeah.
really, because we
man.
narrowed
I
it
can't
down.
believe when you Google Total Recall, the fucking 2012 thing comes up.
Oh, right, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that film.
I can't believe no one asked me.
Yeah,
if it
okay,
was
so
like,
this whole thing
What?
was invalid, and you lose minus 10 points because that
Why?
film wasn't even in the 80s.
What does that 10 points minus to?
I don't know. But you
Okay,
lose minus
I'll
10.
tell you what. I'll give you the questions back where you asked me if it was in the 80s, and I'll say no, it wasn't in the 80s, and you can have a question
Okay,
back. How's
this is
that?
Total Recall.
Well, we only played this game once, and so that was good.
Well
man.
done.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Okay, and that's it, folks. That's the end of the podcast. Wanted to do that. You guys are on social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it.
We don't like attention, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Guy likes attention, so
We don't.
follow Guy wherever you find him and try to murder him.
We move in silence and violence.
Silence and violence. Okay, yeah.
You guys didn't even get us Notorious B.I.G.'s? Awesome
No.
quote. Okay.
Is there Boys in the Hood coming out again? Is there a re-release?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, there is, and it came out on Friday, ends tonight.
Really? Is
Yeah.
this 3-day release?
Yeah, it's over the weekend, yeah.
Nice.
What would you mean
Okay,
by re-release?
guys,
It's a
you can
remake.
talk about this one after I end of the show. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. This has been the Zedos Game podcast. If you want to ask us any questions, you can write to podcast at zedosgang at zedo podcast at zedosgang.co.uk. Just write into that, and you can write
Make
anything.
sure to send plenty of selfies to us. We always appreciate a good selfie from our fans.
And yeah, we'll do that, and you can also do that on the. I'm going to be creating a new Twitter page for this podcast, primarily because I don't. It doesn't really work too well with the Zedos Gang
Should've picked Running
Twitter
Man.
page. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. So if once it's up, you guys will know. But this has been the Zedos Game podcast, and we are out.